Oh, happy days. Mod time is here for Farming Simulator 25, and today is going to be a fun one. The Rough Deck modding crew knocked it out of the park today with custom pickup truck bed pack update, as well as that BigHorn Pickup right there. Now, we did have 2 mods removed. We will talk about what those are. Those are also listed on mod list right now. 32 mods released today, all platforms, 8 new and 8 updates, and 6 new and 10 updates for PC and Mac players. Here's your full mod list. New for all platforms, we got the BigHorn Pickup, John Deere 6R medium frame, the Hawe KUW 2000, Bressel and Lade CargoBox number 2, Selfmade weight pack, Small Farm BGA pack, Panhandle, which was removed, and Münsinger Alb. And your new mods for PC and Mac players include the Merlo Farmer Pro version, Cochet Discotass 3M, Bobcat 3-point ballast weight, Endless 3400 kg, Spawn Pallets stacked Unofficial, which was removed because it's unofficial, and Advanced Mechanic. What do you say we start with the BigHorn Pickup truck? Yeah, from the Rough Deck modding crew, you guys have been waiting on it. This pack includes the truck itself as well as a bed. However, the beds from the custom bed pack do work. This pack also got an update, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. So the truck itself, what do you need to know? Well, we have 780 horsepower in here. We can bump that up to 902. We have a 2500, 3500, and 4500 engine setup variants. As far as your setups in the back for your hitch, we have a drop hitch and you've got an adjustable hitch. However, there is no hitch. So that's what you get through there. We do have wheel brands from Michelin. We have a Continental set in there. We got some pretty sweet lizards as well. And then back into it, if you wanted to go for some pretty wild and crazy stuff, you could definitely do that in here. We have raised sets and lowered sets. And then we have a lot of just in the middle sets. The military mud tire is definitely my favorite and has been since day one. Oh yeah, and if you like the Super Duty rims, you could throw those on here as well. You have Ford rims on a Dodge, baby, let's go. If you jump into your Continentals, this has also got some pretty cool stuff. However, it does look like we are going to have a dually set only in here, but allows you to pull some pretty heavy stuff, so that's pretty cool. If we jump into our lizard tire setup, you can see we've got a couple different things here, but nothing too wild and crazy. But we do have some kind of little things that are changing between the sets. So again, I think there's wheels for everybody. You should be able to find something that works for you. Flipping around towards the front, we got the grill setups. This is going to add a full ram bar in the front. That is very awesome. Steps, you got your side steps on there. You can also throw on some tube steps as well. Strobes. Where we got the strobes at? Well, strobes are actually in the turn signal. So if you wanted to use that, can you see the turn signals get a little bit darker? It's because they're a completely different light. It'll be added into the bed as well. That's so cool. Exhaust setups. If we spin back around, you can see we've got one exhaust on the right. You can actually take the axle dump. There it is right there. So either one of those, pretty cool setups. Windows tinted or nada. I prefer not, but you can through tint. And you got that illegal front windshield tint on there as well. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Lastly, we do have a sticker in the back, so you could throw in that BigHorn B sticker. You can move that from left, right, center, and then you've got the console sticker. Of course, this is the Cummins engine, but you've got console left, right, and center. I mean, you got to throw that on right there. Come on now. After that, of course, we have colors for all the things. Feel free to go through and find the ones you like. Taking a look at the bed, this is pretty straightforward stuff in here. You got your attachers in the back. That's either going to be your gooseneck or your fifth. Remember that your trailer hitch is built into the truck itself. Fenders, you got your single or dual fenders in there. Bed setups, you got your headache racks. We got some strobes. You got your toolboxes in there too. Capacities, you get your full fuel transfer, which yes, you can have a toolbox and the fuel transfer. And that fuel transfer is going to be 250 liters. I was about to say kgs. Does 250 liters weigh 250 kgs of fuel? I have no idea. And then, of course, colors to match. Now, this is my setup right here. I'm loving that Volvo yellow color that's part of it. We're going back up. We're going to grab that. You can see we got blinky blinkies all around in the rears and in the fronts as well. Fronts are going to be kind of a back and forth, and it does look like we have a bit of an overlap in the back. Although, I don't know if it's always like that. I guess it's always like that. Still very, very cool at it. Look at this truck. It's insane. Believe it or not, all I did was set up the wheels, added some of the options around big engine, and changed the color yellow. I didn't change anything else, any wild and crazy colors, and I think you guys could probably get away with that as well. So what can we do? Well, we got straps at the back. We can open and close the rear. If we drop the rear setup, there we go, just like that. We can pull away, and we'll be able to see all of the exact stuff that we could do here. All of that is going to be with left and right bumper together, shown there. You can't do either of the other ones, and if you're curious which ones I'm pressing, they light up in green above it. I don't think I've ever mentioned that, but just want to show you that. So, first things first, we have an extension of the mirrors. I think that's very, very cool. Then we can also bring the mirrors in and out. I think that's pretty neat as well. And then if we go up and down with it, you got your rear hitch. And once you know that, you are ready to cruise, baby. I can't remember if this is our first Dodge mod or not. Of course, it's a Lizard, but I mean, come on, Dodge. It's the Dodge. So now we've gotten some Chevy mods from people, or Chevy-like mods. We've gotten some Ford stuff, also from Rough Deck Crew. And now, finally, we got a Dodge that actually looks like a Dodge. Man, oh man. What should be next? GMC? Come on now, make a GMC 1500. If you want to see anything more about this truck, I've got a full video on it, and that can be found in my social medias. I did share that this morning. Next up, we have another John Deere, the 6R medium frame. This one is from Martin CZ. I think at this point, we've got a lot of John Deere mods to choose from, especially in the small to medium size area, well, medium size area. So we'll go over this one quickly. Engines from 192 up to 234 horsepower. Wheel brands from Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, Vredestein, BKT, and Nokian. We do have a nice wide set on there. We got some narrow twins on there too, and we have the 1.5s. Standard EU and US complementary options for you. Panoramic window on the very top. We do have beacon types, which can be changed up through there. Looks like we only have 2 sets. Well, that's kind of boring. We also have displays on the inside as well. You've got the G5, 7000, and 6000. We have the 6000 RTK for the very top, or just nothing overall. As far as the top itself, you can add a window if you like. The Sings... Are those things? Is that what they're called? I don't know. Just call them warning signs. We also have the raster, which the rear window. Yeah, the rear window. You can defrost it. Attachments at the very front. You've got a 3-point or Nana. We can also run weights on here as well. Starts at 300, so it starts pretty high anyway and goes up to 1012, 1020. Sorry, I apologize for that. And then you've got your front loader there as well. You can also run IC or mouse control if you're on console. Mouse control, but I don't think IC shows up on console anyway. How's about this bad boy, the Hawe KUW 2000? This is made ready for chop material and onions, so you are able to actually move them around a little bit more realistically than just using a tipper trailer. But as you can see, we also have stuff for running chaff stuff here too. So you got your chaff, silage, TMR, wood chips, sugarcane, and your onions. Onions. My game froze. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, we're cool. It's not the mod's fault. It's the game's fault. We all know that at this point. A couple different wheel brands to choose from. Nothing too wild and crazy. But the cool thing is we do have full color options for this, so that is nice. Here's a neat one. I like this one very much. From Black Tiger, the Bressel inlaid CargoBox 2. About choked on my own spit. We have 3 of these. We've got, they all weigh 1 ton, so there is that. But we also have some interior stuff on these as well. This one's just kind of open, but it's closed right now. We can't open it. Would be a cool thing. Yo, are there any modders that could make like little buttons where we could check out animations like in the store before we got it in game? Man, that saved me so much time. So this is one that does round bell net and I think bell net, regular bell net as well. Bell net plus bell wrap. There you go. So you can actually set like what's inside of it. This is great for running all kinds of betas. And then you can choose which one you want as well. But obviously there's nothing in there. And then you can do the same thing with twine too. So you're good to go with that one. That's pretty cool. And I've actually got it kind of set up in here. We get a mod that came out very early on in Farming Simulator's lifespan. This little autonomous Axion right here. But this allows me to show you the weight. So we can raise it, lower it. As you can see there, we have a full opening. No straps, so just a heads up there. And we can also have full rotation and movement of it. So you can actually do all of this yourself. Maybe in the next game we could do that with everything, because that totally makes sense that we'd be able to control all the things. But alas, not today. Not today, y'all, not today. We do have lights. I'm pretty sure this is really meant for the front, not the back, but Oh, there is a front 3-point. Haha! Maybe the self-made weights are more your thing. Well, we've got a pack of them. 650 kg and 850 kg respectively. Your design is going to be a rope on both. We can do the, what it calls the metal rope. Man, those things hurt. You better wear some gloves holding those things. And then you can change up the color of the weight itself. Now, should we talk placeable? I think we should talk placeable. Hey, let's talk placeable. We're talking placeables! I was yelling in the other room. This is the only placeable today. The Small Farm BGA pack. It is from Bernie SCS. I apologize there. Sorry, Bernie. And we've got a couple things. So number one is going to be the biogas plant, 99 KUW. Got manure, silage, slurry, and sugar beet cut in here. So you can rock those out. We've also got a little light right here, which we can turn on. Check that out. Look how bright that is on the ground. Oh, it's daytime. What's up? And then we've got two bunker silos. We've got a U-shape and we've got a drive-through. Both of them will snap as well if you've got multiples. So that is very, very nice. Most of them do, to be fair. But the fact that it does, DJ's happy with. And that's kind of it. So that's everything that's in this pack. Got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's just a small farm BGA, especially if you're playing on a European style map, because we're really not seeing a whole lot of stuff like this, at least here in the States. I think this would be great for maybe starting off your own build. I didn't even look to see how expensive this thing is. 235 grand. All right. Well, it's not the cheapest thing on earth. However, I would normally go with something like this, which is 36 grand. However, it makes me about 20 million times the amount of money that this probably would. So I play cheaty. Yeah, surprise. Oh yeah, and if you're trying to delete these bunkers, you will have to select the side. Selecting the bottom will not work with those, but everything else is cool. Now we did have two maps released for all platforms today. However, one of them's already been removed. It was the Panhandle. This was from our friend Schultz Modding. Unfortunately, this had a required mod. It was causing some issues. It's been perfectly fine. That mod's been perfectly fine for a while now, I guess, ever since it came out. However, for some reason on Giant Software End, on their servers, it changed today and was now showing out of date, which is very unfortunate because that mod is a requirement for the map. And now the map doesn't work, even though the map's perfectly fine and there's nothing wrong with the mod. It's an issue on Giant's server side, which is, again, unfortunate. I have made a video about that. You can check that out on my social medias all around. So check that out if you missed it already. Otherwise, let's check in with the second map. Check in with it. Yeah, you know what I mean. And we have a new map for all platforms. Today it is going to be Münsinger Alb, or I don't know how to say that. I don't have a German accent. It is based in southwestern Germany. It's from Yogi, and this is your PDA right here. There are three different farms on the map. One is built by Callie, full development AI splines for helpers, and it does look like at least the road system and the field divisions are true to that of real life. Taking a look at crops, we do have a lot of the same ones that people are adding to their stuff, like summer wheat and summer barley, and winter wheat and winter barley, rye, triticale, spelt, all of those. You can check those out. We're getting those in basically every other map at this point, so no point to read all of through those. Let's see. As far as everything goes through here, you can see in bright green everything that we own. I love that we can actually see it on this map. It is looking good. So there's your farm down there. Looks like the Floridian Peninsula. And then we've got a couple owned areas here. We also have a little itty bitty area up here at the top left-hand corner. So don't miss it. Here's your crop calendar. If you guys want to take a look at that, I always like showing you guys this just in case. If we take a look at animals, we have a new farmer mode. You got 15 cows in the cow barn. You got 3 in the hull barn. And then we've got 6 chickens. I know 6 makes a difference. So there's that. Here are your contracts. And we do have quite a few here as well. We do have some custom deadwood measures, which is pretty cool. And we have some custom NPCs in here as well. That's always fun. We have a lot of owned productions by default. So you can just kind of go through here, see all the ones that you've got. But we also have the carpentry, the dairy, and the sawmill that you can buy separately. When it comes to vehicles in new farmer mode, we'll pop in and take a look at those. We will have a lot in comparison to a lot of the other maps that we've got. So just take a look at those, see what you got, see what you get, and that is it right through there. Taking a look at the main farm, just doing a little bit of a flyover right here so you can get an idea of what is happening and what to expect. Looking good, looking very, very good. And here are your 17 required mods. Goodness gracious, that's so many required mods. It is the most of any Yogi map that we've got in FS25 so far. Let's talk updates for all platforms, and the first one is going to be our custom pickup truck bed pack from the Roughneck Modding crew. This will be version 1.2 of the mod. They've added some new beds. We have the custom salter bed, which has got some pretty cool stuff. We also have a custom logger bed, and if we zoom down a little bit more, we also have a custom chip dump bed. What are we looking at first? Well, I say we just go in order of the changelog and we'll go from there. So they had the custom salter bed. They do say this requires a gooseneck attacher on whatever truck bed you are using. So make sure you've got something with a gooseneck. Yeah. When I say gooseneck, I mean gooseneck, not the fifth wheel on there. Gooseneck. This is a spreader, 1,000 liter capacity, 10 meter working width at 27 miles an hour, and it does shot. From there, we have the custom logger bed. Now, this was pretty sweet. So it's purpose-built for forestry work, featuring 2 storage slots. We got 2 chainsaws and 4 spray cans. How cool is that? This one does have a gooseneck as well, so you can throw that fuel tank on the back of this. And you've also got a fifth wheel on there, too. It does go over the top of the truck. That's pretty darn cool. And you do have colors for all of this stuff. Because that's so awesome. That looks so good. When the guys said that they were coming out with this one, I was like, yo, I love that. That's so cool. I love that so much. Can we change that to red? We can. That looks super cool. But I think a lot of you guys are probably more looking forward to the chip bed right here. Yeah. Now it holds everything between 8 and 18,000 liters. On here we do have strobe lights. Of course, we're going to put those on there. You got lizard forestry or nothing. Why did I say it like that? I don't know. But we're leaving it. And then you also have the capacity. The super load, I mean, it's 18,000, but really not that much to write home about, but it's enough. And that's all you need. Now, I did want to check these out with our Super Duty, so we're going to drop that bad boy right here. I actually haven't made the thumbnail yet, so this may help me decide what I want to put in the thumbnail. Let's take this back in here, hook it up. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. And then we do need, let's see, we'll fold that back. We do have straps. Oh, there's straps on the top too. This is one of the things that, like, the guys have sent me over stuff to look at early, but I didn't get this early. Let's see. Oh, it just slides right in. Look at that, dude. Ah! I made a mistake. Bad things happened. I made a mistakey poo. Come on, let me out of here. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh boy. Bad things. No! Let me out! I did it wrong. All right, if you or a loved one ever gets in this situation, all you gotta do is find the thing that's causing you problems, view it on the map, and then just reset that thing. And then now, my truck is happy. But I think I did something wrong. Oh, I definitely did something wrong. I didn't put the hitch on here. Oops. Gooseneck. Yeah, that's the issue. Now, as we go back, that's the thing. And we'll fold this back in, and we're ready to go. As a matter of fact, probably need to keep that folded back because that's got to come out somewhere, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm hard-pressed not to make this the thumbnail. I think this looks so cool. Is this made for this? Yeah, it kind of looks like it, doesn't it? But it does look pretty sweet. All right, so we'll drop that. Both of them, I may add as well. Let's back up to this box right here. Oh, I love this so much. Let's go. Back it in. Beep, 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 beep. Now look at this. I'm doing forestry. Look, Mom, I'm a forester. Yeah. So down here, I'm on the left-hand side. Looks like we got a spot for our bits and bobs. We got chainsaw here. If we spin around, let's see. Oh, I thought we had 2 chainsaws and 2 spray cans. It is 1 chainsaw and 2 spray cans. Just divide everything I said in half. Yay! That is super cool. I do love the Forester look on the side, but I think I'm gonna put the spreader back on. Next is our Lizard Dragon box truck. This will be version 1.1. They've added door sticker option, added engine options, added rear light options, added wheel options, fixed the back door collision, and remove unnecessary collisions. Fendt 700 Vario series version 1.2. They've updated the Fendt Cargo console, which does require the Fendt Cargo pack. Materials and colors on all 3 generations have been fixed. They've added and removed and improved all warning stickers on all 3 generations and switched the different textures to better ones. Next, the MAN TGE Ambulance version 1001. They've improved the colors of the yellow neon NEH white and green livery. Replaced the Austrian? Is that supposed to say Aston Martin? I don't know. With a better one, added door collision, fixed a bug with the radio, fixed a bug with the bumper collision. The vehicle can now fully enter buildings, and added visual air horns for every emergency like Fig. Maschio Gaspardo Chrono 800 version 105 corrected some visual things. And FutureTech Production version 2002. They've added missing store item translation for the case parts pallet and circuit board pallets. They've also added a pallet for coal that fixes the bug along with the Highlands DLC, increased the production storage capacity, removed the stone recycling as production was experiencing issues at 100% capacity, and increased the cycles per hour. Additionally, we have Bale Storage version 1002, demolition issue fixed, and last container garage version 1001, new decal added for the missing bolts fixed. Now we jump over to new ones for PC and Mac players, and we've got this guy, the Merlo Farmer Pro version from ITS. ITS usually does a lot of wild and crazy stuff, but it's usually not just PC only. Generally, they have some pretty cool crossplay mods, at least in the past. Farming Simulator 25 has proven to be a little bit different. Now, this is a significant rework to the physics of this mod in their words, not mine. They say, please drive careful and pay attention to the dynamic load diagram, which I would love to show you, except it doesn't exist. So there's that. We have engine setups here, 170 horsepower with a variable or manual transmission, different wheels and tires, and then we also have the camera front and rear, camera 360, and then color options. So yes, this does have some of the goodies that come with the Mercedes-Benz Trucks Pack. However, it does say that the Mercedes-Benz Trucks Pack is a required mod. However, DLCs are not required, so you can get away with not having that with this. That feature is just not going to work. It also requires dashboard live and interactive control. Those are required. So if you don't want them, I don't know what to tell you. So in the game, if you were going straight, you could see the cameras there on the very front, which kind of give you a nice little left and right view of what's going on. We've also got our 360 over here as well, which should help with loading up pallets and that kind of thing. And when we back up, we get our rear camera. Now, it does look like these cameras, for some reason, are very, very wide, and I don't know why. I guess it just is what it is. Can we find the cameras up here? Maybe, maybe not. Usually you can, but I'll be honest with you, I could really care less. It is a pretty cool mod. I could care less if the cameras are actually there or not. What matters is they actually work. That's the important part here. Next up, the Cochet Discotass 3M. Said all of those wrong, especially the 3M. Definitely missed that. Is a 3-meter roller. What more do you need to know? Here's one I kind of thought would sneak its way onto consoles, but alas, it did not. The Bobcat 3-point ballast weight from AW Mining and the ABP team. You got 880 kgs, and you can add a bunch of rocks up to 2,000. If you need something that weighs even more, we have the Atlas 3400 kg weight. This one's got a main and design color as well. We have extensions for the rope and the hitches. All kinds of hitches on here, as a matter of fact, including a hook. Very cool. And then you've got your main and your DjGoHam. Now, one thing with the hook, they do show it in a screenshot online working with something, another weight that's got a like an eye bolt almost at the front of it. However, it's not this mod. And I don't know what mod it is. They haven't made another weight like that. Who knows? Now, we also have a mod that was removed, and I just realized it was removed, like right now when I'm recording this video. Spawn Pallets Stacked Unofficial. This one, I think the name probably says why it was removed, but I don't know that for sure. They say it dramatically increases the pallet storage capacity and protects buildings, animal farms, and greenhouses. Instead of pallets spawning in a single layer, now they are stacked vertically and spawn in multiple rows. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had the mod in Farming Simulator 22. As you can see right here, the original FS22 mod, Gaming Joy, right there. And the FS25 conversion was done by Quitch. I think KWTCH. It's almost like Clutch, but it's Quitch. Either way, it was their only mod, and it's been removed. So I don't have very high hopes for what had happened here. And your last new one for PC and Mac players was not removed. The advanced mechanic from Akimobile. This right here lets you hire an advanced mechanic specialized in transmission. He loves working in gearboxes and squeezes a good bit of extra performance out of your machines. None of that is real in the game. What does it actually do? It makes your transmission smoother. There you go. Lastly, today we have updates for PC and Mac players, and we have an update to one of the greatest mods of all time, Easy Development Controls. That is my opinion, not the consensus, although content creators do love this mod. It is going to be version 1.2, and I had it at the wrong spot, so the current location of default user settings XML is now displayed in the About section of the Easy Development Controls help page. Also now possible to close the menu using the opening key binding. That's pretty cool. We've never been able to do that before. Usually you have to use the escape. There's also some general improvements and bug fixes that are included, along with a lot of other stuff as well. I'm not going to go through and read all of this stuff to you guys because it is just wild. There's a bunch of stuff going on in there, but if you want to go check that out, definitely do that, especially if you're using this mod a lot like I am. Next, the MDE Falcon FT16. This will be version 1001, textures corrected. The Althimasse Pack, version 1001, texture correction. Seed Cleaner 1200 LG, version 101, fixed a bug where the machine would stop and not restart after timescale was set to 0 when using standard game time config, and adjusted the liquid tank storage maximum spawn amount to match the available area. Just a quick heads up, if you're setting your time to 0, I was told by Giant Software very early on in FS25's lifespan, don't change the game to 0 time scale because bad things can happen. So just be aware of that. Then we have the DEF mod pack version 1.2.1.0. Various improvements and bug fixes and custom key binding for the add blue display can now be defined in the configuration file. No need to roll because this roller mod does the rolling for you. Version 1.1 roll. Remove the Japanese radish since rolling was officially removed by the base game and added rolling requirements for onions. What is a Japanese radish? And I don't think Quick Selector is going to do it, mainly because it's a rough translation, and I've recorded this now 5 times trying to get through it. And I'm not going to get through it, so this will be the last time regardless of what happens. It is version 1.2, and it brings a major overhaul with additional features and improvements. And to find those, go read it. I'm not reading it again. Ugh. We do have version 1.3 of mouse steering, though, so that's pretty cool. They've added camera rotation to follow the wheel steering, or the steering wheel. Another translation. They've added camera centering with smooth ease out animation. Nice. And disabled the locomotives. Next to last, Keep Me Man version 102 fixed game breaking bug. And version 103 of the field service trailer. Vehicles will now continue to charge when exiting, and we have electric charge speed is now affected by the timescale, which is kind of cool, and adjusted the charging speed to be more in line with the base game placeable charging stations. And that's it. That is everything I've got for you for this one. Hope you enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you're new, and join the DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. Already got Farm Sim news out as well, so make sure you go check that out if you haven't seen it already. Stone Valley looks to be returning. The DB120 is returning. We got a new rock truck. Oh man, there's some cool stuff happening today. Nonetheless, have an awesome day. Enjoy playing with these mods. I think you're going to really, really like this BigHorn. Hey, we'll see you in the next one.